It's poppin' peeps, T-Money up in the house, happy Friday, beautiful day, 60 degrees I think, something like that, and the sun is shining. I actually had to shut the shades because it was fucking, the glare was just insane. So yeah, I just wanted to shoot a quick update, some movies that I got since my last update, and so I just found out that Larry Drake passed away in March 17th or 15th or something, and I had no idea, which is really unfortunate. I was a big fan of Larry Drake. I think he's a great character actor, and I have pretty much all of his movies, and I was fortunate enough to meet him back in 2011 at the Fright Night Film Fest in Louisville, Kentucky, I believe, and so I got a caricature signed by him for my favorite episode of Tales from the Crypt, and there were 150 of these made, and so yeah, pretty badass. I love this. I got to get it framed. I think I'm actually going to get it framed this weekend. It's been sitting in storage basically in the house since 2011, and I just dug it out today. So it's like an episode cover, and then it's and all through the house he plays the Psycho Santa in that one, and he signed it to Turi, Larry Drake. And I actually told him a funny story. My name in Nepal, my last name Delamore means, well, it means penis. And I'm sorry, so in Nepal, the name Turi, or Turi, my name, T-U-R-I, means penis. And my last name in Italian, Delamore, means of love. So I told Larry Drake, when he asked me my name, I told him I was the penis of love. And then I explained it to him, and he thought that was pretty fucking funny. And it was great. So it was a great experience meeting him. And so rest in peace, Larry Drake, and happy to have this signed by you, sir, and I will frame this and forever cherish it. So when I get a frame, I'll show you guys what it looks like, but yeah, it's just really badass. I really love it. So yeah, just figured I'd show you guys that just because I found out today, so I thought it was fitting. So, for the update, I have mostly Blu-rays again, not many, and then 3 DVDs. So I'll just dive right in. So first up, 3 DVDs. The first one I picked up is an independent film called Upside Down Cross. This is actually the reverse cover art for this. And I have not seen the film yet, but I like this cover art better than the other. It's about a drug-addicted young prostitute who's withdrawing. She returns to her childhood home, and the mother she ran away from. Her mother, the girl's name is Nadine, and her mother is a delusional religious fanatic that believes demons have possessed her daughter. She's withdrawing, and she thinks she's possessed. So in search of a cure for her daughter's erratic behavior, she finds a rogue preacher willing to exorcise the demons. Neither mother nor daughter recognize the true devil until it is too late. So, yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I don't know if it's probably a possession-type movie or something, but it sounded pretty cool. And it's, I guess, I'm not familiar with Factory 2000, but... and it's written by William Hellfire and Mike Hunchback. So, yeah, that's Upside Down Cross. Sounds cool. Next up, I just picked this up. I actually got this used at FYE for $9, $8.99. This is Argentos Opera. Love this movie. I actually have a sick, I should have pulled it out to show you, but I have like a sick, like media book box type thing, Blu-ray. I don't know if it's a Blu-ray DVD combo, but I picked it up on Diabolic for like $40 or $50 a few months back, I think, something around there. And I haven't opened it yet, and I don't plan on buying the Code Red Opera Blu-ray because I have that. But I did want an edition that I could watch, and I never realized that. I never had this movie, the Blue Underground release. I have Inferno and pretty much all the Argento Blue Underground releases, Suspiria and Inferno among... I think that's actually it. But yeah, so I grabbed this cheap enough, and just so I can watch it. This will be an edition that I watch. So that's Argentos Opera. This is a new release from Mondo Macabro, Medusa. This is a Greek exploitation horror film, I believe, directed by George Lazopoulos, something like that. It's from 1998, and let's see, Greek audio, English subtitles, so it is in Greek, but you can obviously watch English subs. And it says, in this wry retelling of the ancient myth of the Medusa, strange clothed statues of men are appearing all over Greece. Only Perseus, the leader of a young gang of modern Athenian thieves, holds the answer to the mystery. It has something to do with a beautiful, long-haired woman in black who is connected with his strange childhood. One night, his gang breaks into a deserted house in the countryside looking for goods to steal. What they find is entirely unexpected and leads Perseus on a dangerous journey into his past. Medusa is one of the very few attempts to make a modern Greek horror film. Its intriguing plot unfolds in a surprising and yet entirely logical way, creating a uniquely atmospheric thriller that reworks ancient myths into an original and highly personal narrative. So, I haven't really heard anything about this film. I'm actually part Greek. Not that that matters, but I love Mondo Macabro, and I was curious. Like it says in the description, there are very few Greek horror films, modern Greek horror films. So, yeah, I haven't heard a single person really talk about this, and I actually saw it randomly. I typed in Mondo Macabro on Amazon, and it was the first thing that popped up, and then I saw that Diabolic DVD is carrying it as well. So, Medusa, the latest from Mondo Macabro. So now we'll get into the Blu-rays, just a small stack here. So I snagged this at FYE as well for $4.99. Holloman. I saw Mr. Parka mention in his last update that he had picked this up, and it reminded me that I enjoyed this film years and years ago when I saw it basically when it first came out. And I haven't seen it since, and I remember enjoying it. It's fun, cheesy little, action, adventure, thriller, Holloman. I'm sure you guys know about it. Not really horror, but fun, science fiction-y almost, starring Kevin Bacon. So I'm psyched to give this one a rewatch. And this is actually the director's cut. I know the one Mr. Parker had was the Holloman 1 and 2 cheapy little dual disc Blu-ray set or whatever, but I got the solo Holloman disc, which I'm excited about. This is actually, I don't know if it's out of print, but it's going for a lot on Amazon. It's going for, around $20, but $17 or something like that. So happy I grabbed this. Found it nice and cheap at FYE for $4.99. So next up is a film I finally found. I actually picked this up at FYE too for $9.99. So now I think I've completed the original Mad Max trilogy. So I have Mad Max, Road Warrior, and then the third one. I forget what it's called now. I bought it and showed it in one of my recent updates. So yeah, I finally grabbed this. This is the second one. So I had been looking for this at FYE, and it's funny because in the Mad Max section, there was only Road Warrior on DVD, and I was like, alright, I want to wait until there's Blu-ray. So I was browsing there the other day, actually, and I saw in the action section, it was under R. I just saw Road Warrior, it wasn't under Mad Max. So there was one copy of this on sale for $9.99, so picked it right up. So yeah, I'm happy to have completed the trilogy. Now all I have to do is watch the fucking films, which I plan on doing real soon. Alright, next up, I finally picked this up. This is a film, horror comedy, vampire horror comedy, What We Do in the Shadows. I know I'm kind of late to the show on this one, but I finally picked it up, and I'm stoked to give it a watch. I know it's from the creators of Flight of the Conchords, and I've heard nothing but good things from everybody that I know that have seen this, so yeah, I'm excited. Nice little horror comedy, What We Do in the Shadows. Happy to finally have it. Next up, got this for nice and cheap on Amazon. This is the Toolbox Murders, the original on Blu-ray. It's like $11 if you pick it up on Amazon. I haven't seen this movie in a long time. And I actually recently found the Toolbox Murders remake by Tobe Hooper. So maybe I'll do like a little double viewing one of these weekend nights, and because I vaguely, all I remember is like this guy kidnaps a girl and she's in this bed and he basically just like brings her food and like a lollipop. I don't know. I have like vague memories of this movie, and I just remember it being kind of creepy and enjoyable. So yeah, you can get this for nice and cheap on Amazon if you're interested. So that's the original Toolbox Murders. So next up, getting into, well, this is a new release. A film called The Forest. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of this. This came out this past Tuesday, and I was actually waiting for it. That's why it wasn't in my last update, because I didn't get it until Thursday of this week. But yeah, this is The Forest. It says a young woman's hunt for her missing sister leads to horror and madness in this terrifying supernatural thriller. When her troubled twin sister mysteriously disappears, Sarah Price discovers she vanished into Japan's famous suicide forest. Searching its eerie dark woods, Sarah plunges into a tormented world where angry spirits lie in wait for those who ignore the warning, never stray from the path. So yeah, haven't really heard much about this film. I haven't really been paying attention to any of the reviews or videos that have anything to do with this that have been posted. So kind of going into this one completely blind, and I'm probably going to give this a watch this weekend. So that is The Forest, Blu-ray and digital HD. And I would give you guys the code, but I already gave it to the guy at the UPS store, so sorry about that. So next up is, let's see, so I finally picked this up. I heard several people talk about this. This is a new one from Twilight Time, 10 Rollington Place. Kind of like, I think, like an in-depth look at the life of a serial killer type movie. I don't think it's a documentary, but it's based on the story of, let's see, based on the case of British serial killer John Christie, Attenborough. The film explores the miscarriage of justice against his damaged neighbor, Timothy, blah, blah, blah. It says 10 Rollington Place, filmed in 1971, is a true-life crime drama directed by Richard Fleischer, starring Richard Attenborough, John Hurt, and Judy Geeson. Based on the case of British serial killer John Christie, the film explores the miscarriage of justice against his damaged neighbor, Timothy Emmons, featuring a score by John Dankworth, available Twilight Time. So this is $35 if you feel like dropping a lot of coin on a movie. But Terror for Tom had mentioned it, that he really enjoyed it, and that he would recommend it. So I picked it up. I was probably going to grab it anyway, to be honest, but just didn't have the coin at the time. And so finally happy I grabbed this. I want to watch this. This is on the top of my to-watch list. So you guys are going to be amazed. So this next trilogy of films I've never seen before, and you're probably going to be like, what the fuck? But yeah, I've never seen Star Wars, any of the movies, never in my life. I saw like brief clips and bits and pieces of various of the original films in the original three, but I've never watched any of the films from beginning to end, and I couldn't tell you anything about them. So this was on sale at FYE for $39, I think, something like that. And so instead, I had all the steelbooks in my hand, but I put them back, and I was just like, I'm not a fan of Star Wars. I've never watched it, so I'd rather just take up as little space as possible, since space is one of my main issues these days. So yeah, you just grab them all three on one little Blu-ray set. So there's plenty of features on this, I believe. Maybe not. Well, it's a 6-disc. It's a 6-disc set, and it includes A New Hope, The Emperor Strikes Back, and The Empire Strikes Back, not The Emperor, but whatever, and Return of the Jedi. So yeah, I'm sure most of you guys have seen these movies, and so yeah, I guess it's time to finally watch them. I wish I had watched them when I was younger, because I feel like, I don't know, maybe I would have become more of a fan, or would have more appreciation for them, but just because I feel like a lot of people watched these movies growing up and for whatever reason, they never were big in our household and just slipped through the radar. So that is the Star Wars Trilogy on Blu-ray and DVD. That's why it's 6. So. Alright, so last up, a little disappointed here. I got this actually in the mail today. This is the newest release from Arrow, Bride of ReAnimator. And I'm very happy to have this. However, the case is kind of crushed. You can't really see in the video. You can see that huge crease right there, actually. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to return this and just exchange it for a new one. I'm not going to open it. I was kind of looking forward to opening it for you, for you guys in the video and just kind of going through it for the video. But I'm not going to do that today just because I think I'm going to exchange it for one that's not completely damaged. But yeah, I'm stoked to check this out for sure. It is the Bride of ReAnimator. And then it says Dawn of the ReAnimator, so let's see. So this is the director-approved 3-disc limited edition. It includes disc 1 is the Blu-ray, disc 2 is the DVD, and it contains the unrated version, and disc 3 is the limited edition exclusive. Contains brand new 2K restoration of the R-rated version. ReAnimator, Dawn of the ReAnimator, limited edition exclusive. Perfect bound booklet containing ReAnimator, Dawn of the ReAnimator, the 1992 comic prequel to Stuart Gordon's original ReAnimator, reprinted in its entirety. So that's what Dawn of the ReAnimator is. I actually hadn't heard of that before. So Bride of ReAnimator, I believe, is the second in the trilogy. It's ReAnimator, Bride of ReAnimator, and then Beyond ReAnimator, I believe. I hope I didn't mix that up. But yeah, so once I get this shipped back and get a new one in, I'll open it up and go through it with you guys. But definitely a nice box set. 3 discs, nice booklet, kind of standard Arrow greatness. So yeah, that's that. Alright, so that's my update. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Peace.